Welcome to Nutrition Decoded Healthy, a channel where we decode the science behind what you eat and drink every day. If you care about your health and the well-being of your family, this video is for you. Today, we're diving deep into a food group that has nourished civilizations for thousands of years and still plays a crucial role in our diets today: grains, also known as cereals or on ñu cook. What exactly are grains? What types are there? And how do they affect your health both positively and negatively? Let's break it all down from kernel to crust. Grains are the edible seeds of grasses that are cultivated for food. The most commonly consumed grains around the world include rice, wheat, corn, oats, barley, rye, millet, sorghum, and quinoa. These grains can be consumed in their whole form or processed into flour, cereals, breads, pastas, and snacks. Grains can be divided into two major categories: whole grains and refined grains. Whole grains contain all three parts of the kernel: the bran, germ, and endosperm. Refined grains, on the other hand, have the bran and germ removed during processing, leaving only the starchy endosperm. Whole grains are nutrient-dense powerhouses. The bran is rich in fiber, B vitamins, and antioxidants. The germ contains healthy fats, protein, and essential vitamins like vitamin E. And the endosperm provides carbohydrates for energy. Keeping all three parts means retaining the full spectrum of nutrients. Refined grains, by contrast, are stripped of much of their nutritional value. During processing, most of the fiber, iron, and B vitamins are removed. While some refined products are enriched to add back certain nutrients, they still lack the full benefits of whole grains, particularly fiber and antioxidants. Let's talk fiber, one of the biggest advantages of eating whole grains. Dietary fiber helps regulate digestion, promotes bowel regularity, and supports a healthy gut microbiome. It can also help lower cholesterol levels and reduce the risk of cardiovascular disease. For example, oats contain a specific type of soluble fiber called beta-glucan, which is well known for its cholesterol-lowering effects. Eating just one bowl of oatmeal per day can make a noticeable impact on your lipid profile over time. Whole grains are also excellent sources of complex carbohydrates, which digest more slowly and provide sustained energy. Unlike simple sugars that spike your blood sugar quickly, the carbohydrates in whole grains are released gradually, helping stabilize glucose levels. Because of this, whole grains are a great option for people with type 2 diabetes or those at risk. Research shows that diets high in whole grains are associated with improved insulin sensitivity and reduced risk of developing diabetes. Beyond fiber and carbohydrates, whole grains also supply important minerals like magnesium, selenium, zinc, and iron. Magnesium plays a role in over 300 enzymatic reactions in your body, including blood pressure regulation and nerve function. Iron from grains is typically non-heme iron, which is less easily absorbed than the heme iron from meat. However, pairing grains with vitamin C-rich foods like fruits or vegetables can boost absorption significantly. Another reason to include whole grains in your diet is their antioxidant content. Many grains, especially those with darker pigments like black rice or red quinoa, are rich in polyphenols and flavonoids that protect cells from oxidative damage. Some whole grains even contain plant compounds known as lignans, which have been linked to reduced risks of hormone-related cancers, such as breast and prostate cancer. These compounds also have anti-inflammatory properties. Let's take a closer look at some specific grains, starting with brown rice. Brown rice is a whole grain that retains its bran and germ, making it higher in fiber, magnesium, and antioxidants compared to white rice. It's a staple in many Asian cuisines. Next is quinoa, technically a seed, but classified as a grain for culinary purposes. Quinoa is a complete protein, meaning it contains all 9 essential amino acids. This makes it an excellent grain choice for vegetarians and vegans. Barley is another great whole grain, especially when used in soups or as a side dish. It contains high levels of beta-glucan and is particularly effective at lowering cholesterol and improving blood sugar control. Oats are one of the most versatile and affordable whole grains. Steel cut, rolled, or instant, all forms retain beta-glucan fiber. Oats are often consumed at breakfast and can also be used in baking or smoothies for added nutrients. Wheat is perhaps the most commonly consumed grain worldwide, often in the form of bread and pasta. Whole wheat retains more nutrients than white flour products. However, some people may be sensitive to gluten, a protein found in wheat, barley, and rye. For those with celiac disease or gluten intolerance, gluten-free grains like rice, quinoa, buckwheat, millet, and sorghum are excellent alternatives. These grains offer nutrition without the inflammatory response triggered by gluten. Corn is another widely consumed grain, whether as cornmeal, tortillas, popcorn, or sweet corn. While corn is lower in fiber compared to other whole grains, it still provides antioxidants like lutein and zeaxanthin, which are beneficial for eye health. Whole grains also play a significant role in weight management. High-fiber foods keep you feeling full longer, reducing overall calorie intake. Studies have shown that people who eat more whole grains tend to have lower body weight and less belly fat. Now, let's address some of the common concerns about grains. One major issue is overconsumption of refined grain products like white bread, sugary cereals, and pastries, foods that can spike blood sugar, contribute to weight gain, and lack nutritional value. Another concern is anti-nutrients, naturally occurring compounds in grains like phytic acid and lectins that can interfere with mineral absorption. However, soaking, sprouting, or cooking grains can significantly reduce these compounds. Grains can also accumulate pesticides during cultivation. Buying organic or thoroughly rinsing grains before cooking can help reduce pesticide residue, especially in rice and wheat. Mold and storage quality are important considerations too. Improperly stored grains may harbor mycotoxins, toxic compounds produced by mold that are harmful to human health. Always store grains in cool, dry, airtight containers. In terms of sustainability, grains are generally more eco-friendly compared to animal-based foods. Producing grains requires less water, land, and energy, and emits fewer greenhouse gases, making them a more sustainable choice for the planet. But what about grain-based processed foods? Not all grain products are equal. Breakfast cereals, granola bars, and instant noodles may contain whole grains, but they often also include added sugars, refined oils, and sodium. Always read labels carefully. Whole grain labels can also be misleading. Made with whole grains doesn't necessarily mean the product is mostly whole grain. Look for labels that say 100% whole grain, or check the ingredients list to see if whole grains are the first listed item. Children can benefit greatly from whole grains. Starting with brown rice, whole wheat bread, or oatmeal early in life helps develop healthy eating habits and supports digestive and immune health. Elderly individuals also benefit from grains. Whole grains can help maintain muscle mass, prevent constipation, and lower the risk of heart disease, stroke, and cognitive decline in older adults. For athletes, grains provide a crucial source of long-lasting energy. Before a workout or game, eating a bowl of whole grain cereal or pasta can help fuel performance and improve endurance. Pregnant women can benefit from whole grains rich in folate, iron, and fiber. Folate helps prevent birth defects, iron supports increased blood volume, and fiber eases common issues like constipation during pregnancy. Let's not forget cultural and traditional uses of grains. From Indian chapati and Chinese congee to Middle Eastern bulgur and African teff, grains are embedded in the cuisines and identities of cultures around the world. One interesting aspect is fermentation. Fermented grain products like sourdough bread or dosa not only have improved digestibility, but also promote the growth of beneficial gut bacteria due to naturally occurring probiotics. Finally, how much should you eat? The dietary guidelines for Americans recommend at least 3 servings of whole grains per day. A serving could be 1 slice of whole wheat bread, half a cup of cooked brown rice, or 1 cup of oatmeal. Let's summarize the benefits. Grains provide fiber, complex carbohydrates, essential vitamins and minerals, antioxidants, and phytochemicals. They support heart health, digestion, weight management, and stable blood sugar. But moderation and quality matter. Overconsumption of refined grains and grain-based junk foods can lead to health issues. Focus on minimally processed whole grain options and balance your plate with vegetables, fruits, and proteins. Thanks for joining us in this deep dive into the world of grains. If you learned something today, don't forget to like this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to Nutrition Decoded Healthy, where we decode the nutrition behind everyday foods to help you live a longer, healthier life.